background, having an alcoholic ex, knowing and understanding the trigger points of gatherings that can happen and being aware of them and being careful with them. So what would your advice be around that?
What do you mean, like that you're afraid of being other sloshy members of your family?
Well, I mean, I guess I was referring more to using him as an example with alcoholism. Typically, when you go to a holiday party or your company Christmas party, there's drinks around or there's things around. And so for anyone that has been through the journey of alcoholism and sobriety or drugs and sobriety, just being self-aware and understanding where your boundaries are, and if those events are too difficult for you to be around other people that are drinking, I think it's a really smart and safe choice to just go into it understanding that you may have trigger points.
Right, and I think of bringing a safe person with you that will, remain sober.
Sure, help accountability.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but, maybe a child or a parent or, a sibling or something like that can stay sober with you. That's always helpful. And to know your boundaries and don't force yourself into some place that you're not comfortable with, because recovery is the number one thing for someone fighting addiction. And so if you have to let someone else down to better yourself, then so be it. Most people will understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not supply alcohol there,
Sure.
Other people can make accommodations if they're expecting you to as well. But not everybody does that. But
Very true. No, I like that idea of bringing an accountability partner with you. Mm-hmm. For people that are working hard on their sobriety, it is very hard work. I've watched many people go through it, and, having one moment at a Christmas party just because it seems fun, it's just, so tough for your recovery. So I encourage anyone that's in that space to use Tiffany's idea of having that accountability partner, because you don't want to take steps back from where you are currently.
Yeah, and that can happen. I have a client that last year on New Year's decided just to have a couple glasses of champagne. They could handle it. It's New Year's Eve, whatever. And they've been back into treatment since then, and still coming in twice a week. So it's important to know that your limits are abstinence at this point, if it is that way, and to not give in to temptation. But if you can't feel comfortable enough to do that, then to, have your limitations, stick to them, call your sponsor, and it's just another day of the year, honestly.
Truly,
people just all celebrate it, but I mean, not Christmas, Hanukkah, that kind of stuff. I'm talking about New Year's, but...
Well, yeah, but it is just another day of the year, if you look at it that way. Mm-hmm. It's another day of the year that is worth staying sober and committing yourself to that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's see. Be realistic. The holidays don't have to be perfect or just like last year. As families change and grow, traditions and rituals often change as well. And choose a few to hold on to and be open to creating new ones. For example, if adult children can't come to your house, find new ways to celebrate together, such as sharing pictures, emails, or videos. It's kind of like what I was saying before, but I think not so much for the deceased, though, but people that can't be with you. But
embracing blended families. I'm a great example of that right now. My fiance's Jewish. I grew up in a, Bible-based home that was highly into Christmas, and so trying to mix our holidays, and actually his parents are flying in for Christmas and Hanukkah, and then it just so happens that my son's birthday is today, so we get birthday, good. Christmas, Hanukkah craziness. And so what I did this year, because my boys are old enough, they were asking plenty of questions about Santa Claus and is he real, is he not? And what I did was I started to kind of be realistic with them, tell them the truth about some of those things, carry on the traditions of stockings and Santa gifts, but more focus on the traditions that we need to respect for my fiancé and his family, and really trying to come together as a true family. It's great that they're willing to celebrate Christmas with us, and vice versa, Hanukkah with them.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's a good way to be too, but we have to take a break, and we're going to have some more holiday tips and some more tools. And I want to welcome you to call in 866-826-1340, 866-826-1340, and join our talk and share your holiday experiences. And we're going to take our break, but we'll be back in just a moment with Moments of Clarity. Please stay tuned.
You're listening to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. We welcome your input at 866-826-1340. Tiffany will be right back after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi, this is Tiffany Werner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at MOC with Tiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Werner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We are back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner. To join in the discussion, call 866-826-1340. Now, here's Tiffany Werner.
Hey, welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, this is Moments of Clarity. My name's Tiffany Werner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And happy holidays, everyone. This is going to be our last show before the holidays begin, and we'll be back next Thursday and Friday, 12 to 1. But it's a rough time of the year. Everyone's elbow bumping and trying to figure out last-minute planning. And if you're like me, I don't know, I try to do some Black Friday shopping, but for the most part, even if I do that, I forget what I bought. It's in storage somewhere, and then I have to reshop and regather stuff where the presents are uneven or whatever, and I'm guilty of getting stressed out for not doing some of these coping skills. And I want to welcome you to call in 866-826-1340, 866-826-1340. And my guest today is a professional survivor. She's been through so much, and you can probably relate to some of it too. I mean, if you're not with the father of your kids too, or your ex, or if you're going through a divorce or anything like that, you know, this time of year can be really difficult trying to help the kids not suffer in the process of absence or any of that. So I want to welcome back to Moments of Clarity, Jen Goodhue.
Thank you. Well, first of all, 2 points. To your point about not being ready or not having shopping done, that is also a big stressor for me, because I always procrastinated it.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one. But the other thing that I really wanted to touch on, having been a parent that has to divide holidays before, this year I don't have to, and I don't have to anymore. But that does cause a lot of stress and anxiety, drop-off, pick-up, interruption of Christmas dinner or Hanukkah or whatever. Mm-hmm. It really can be a challenging time as a parent, who's been separated from your child's other parent, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you don't really get to sit and enjoy it. It's more like just accommodating time and splitting it up and things like that. And so that could be really difficult. I know that I have family members that are divorced and that they go through that too. And it can be really, really stressful and not as warm, I guess, so to speak.
Sure, you feel like you're doing all your time, you're spending all of your time driving back and forth to try and accommodate everyone. And at the end of the day, you look at it and you say, well, that really wasn't fun for any of us.
Right. The kids get a lot of gifts, I guess, but it's like that's not even the whole point. It's more about presents with a CE, not presents, like gifts. But with kids, they, of course they want their gifts and they look forward to Christmas because that's when they get presents, for the most part. At least most, fortunate kids, at least.
I think for me, a good coping skill is trying to find the joy or the goodness in anything. I tend to be a perfectionist, we just moved, so this year the Christmas decorations aren't out as much as I would like. We have a much smaller tree, but it's beautiful, and my kids did it. Looking at things and understanding the beauty in them, even though there may be scars to some person, or they may have a backstory, or whatever it is. But, I find when I walk out of the store and I tell people happy holidays or whatever, it tends to put a smile on their face, which then fulfills me.
Mm-hmm. I have on my tree, my kids had a lot of the decorations too, and I need to show you or post it on Facebook Live later. One of the little Santa decorations instead of a white beard.
It's kind of the cutest when they are getting to the age where they're not quite ready to do adult things, but they want to do things like that. I had one year where they were so little that all of the ornaments were just around the bottom of the tree because they couldn't reach.
Yeah, and then with me, I usually go in and redo it anyway, or try to. But my son drew the beard black instead of white, so it looks like a little Italian Santa, like a little Mario Santa. Right. And he doesn't quite have a beard, just the mustache. It's pretty cute. We have a caller. We have Patrick on the line. Hi, Patrick. Welcome to Moments of Clarity.
Hey, Jen and Tiffany. How's it going?
Hi, Pat. How are you?
Hey, Patrick.
Good. I am good. I just wanted to touch base with you. And I mean, this Christmas thing and the holidays, I talked to Tiffany earlier, but, I had a loss in my friend. Someone passed away. And, the thing is, I was thinking about it, and, I have done what Tiffany's, suggested. And, my memory of her is, she used to paint my pit bull's toenails with nail polish.
Aww.
I used to want to kick her butt about it, but, we had some really good times. And so, it's a little sad because of the holidays and her passing away, but at the same time, we had a lot of good memories. And so in order to make it through the holiday, I prefer to keep those pictures of, the good times that we've had. So that does work when you picture those good times with your family that might have passed. The other thing is, I just wanted to say,
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and it was kind of a sudden, it was a sudden, violent kind of loss too. So
yeah, it was.
Your whole family and friends are going through a rough time.
So it's weird because, you talk about the addiction part, and, I've gone through my alcoholism, and normally if I wasn't practicing, a program and have a support group and taking my meds, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd probably have gone into that, seclusion. Mm-hmm. But, being that I have some tools and some good people around me, like both of you, it's a lot easier to take on those challenges during the holidays. And I'm a lot more appreciative of being around my family after not being around for, almost 5 years. And so, maybe I don't have the money and I can't maybe shower them with the gifts that I want or provide some of the things. But, and I've talked to you about this before, Tiffany, that, time is the most precious commodity we have. And once you realize how important it is and that you can't get it back, that's where I try to focus, with my time. Just today I was able to pick up my son from his finals and take him out to breakfast, and I couldn't do that for a few years, and so those times like that, that makes my Christmas right there.
Right.
So
absolutely. And Patrick, I applaud you immensely, and I hope that you tell yourself that you're proud of yourself for following a program, staying in it, and being there for your family. That is the greatest gift that any of them could receive. I assure you that. So congratulations. Thank you, even though I don't know you, for working your way through that. I wish that the father of my kids would take that step, and he won't, and it's so sad. So kudos to you, congratulations, and truly, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yes, to both you too. And then the last thing I wanted to say was, I know you guys are both moms, and before when I was married, I just know that my ex would take on a lot of responsibility. She never really took a lot of time for herself during the holidays. And I think a lot of, even single parents just in general, need to, take a break and maybe, drop the kids off at a relative's or babysitters. And for you guys to take some time to just recharge on your own and have some, mommy or daddy time, So, you know, I just know now on this side of it, you know, the added stress I used to put on my head. And, I guess the thing was, you know, sometimes